Hello, I'm Susan Regan, and welcome back to Demystifying Divorce Talks. My mission with these conversations is to let you know about the other professionals in the Bay Area that I'm working with so that you can identify what you might need in terms of your separation process. So I'm Susan Regan, and I'm a seasoned family therapist and a certified mediator, and I have offices in San Francisco and Berkeley. And today I have Cindy Elwell with me from Divorce with Dignity. And I'd like you to introduce yourself, Cindy. Let people know what kind of work you're doing in the Bay.
Well, thank you, Susan. I'm very excited to be here. Thank you for including me in this conversation. I am Cindy Elwell with Divorce with Dignity, and I have been doing this work to help people divorce amicably for almost 25 years now. I am what you would know as an independent paralegal and registered and bonded to do that work, and I'm also a mediator. So we help people come to an agreement on all their issues and get through the process without ever having to go to court if they are in agreement.
Mm-hmm. And I've been working with Cindy, I would say, for about 20 years now. And the way that we've been collaborating is I end up doing some of the emotional work with folks, getting them ready to be prepared to fill out some of their paperwork and have some legal conversations with Cindy. And we also work on the premise that we don't want people to become really stressed by a divorce process. We want to demystify it so it's a simple process and not an expensive process, but that it's a really thorough process. So when I meet with people, oftentimes I'm doing the closure piece, having them make some of their decisions in my office. And it's not unusual that I might email some of our agreements to Cindy, and she'll be meeting with folks, having them do the paperwork with her, and also having meetings to figure out some of the other legal and financial, what would you say, loopholes that need to be sorted through. Is there anything you want to add to the way we work together?
Well, I just would like to say it's wonderful because you really help handle the emotional issues. And obviously during divorce, it's a very emotional time. And I'm not a therapist, so it's so helpful to have you support our clients as well. And we do want to emphasize on these conversations that we won't be giving any legal advice, but we're sharing our experiences. Mm-hmm. So once you have referred a client to me, they can then come and to my office, which I have offices throughout Marin and Sonoma, and we meet and we can start the legal process if they're ready. And usually when you refer someone, you've taken them through most of the hoops, their emotional blocks, and so that they are ready to start whatever they need to do legally. And we both focus on supporting the clients and helping them achieve an outcome that they both desire.
Right. And the other thing that I love about Divorce with Dignity is there's chapters in other counties. So sometimes I have folks in Alameda County and San Francisco County, and I can refer to your other chapters, which is really helpful with people in the Bay having to, commute back and forth, or they might be, their house might be located in one of the counties versus another. So that's also really helpful.
Great. Yes, we do have a national network, which is primarily focused right now within the Bay Area. And we have an office in San Diego as well, plus Miami, and are continually expanding. So it is nice. And our main mission at Divorce with Dignity is to help people divorce amicably.
Right. So I always feel like the people that come to us are really looking to get through the process in a relatively inexpensive way, get the information they need, fill out the paperwork correctly so that they feel reassured that they can focus on the emotional aspects of if they have kids, of their kids, or moving on with their life and figuring out what other decisions they need to make.
Exactly. It is a time of healing, and I feel most of my clients and our referrals are middle income well-educated people who also don't want to go down the litigation path, and they will do lots of times more than they have to come to an agreement with each other in order to move on and provide their new beginnings in the transition.
So what we're planning to do today is give you a few cases that we work on. These are really typical cases for us. And we want to give you some ideas about how we work with people, how I do the emotional work and how Cindy collaborates with the legal and financial work. Because it might apply to something that you're going through, and it might give you some ideas about how to move forward. So you'll see 3 links below this talk that you can click on, and we'll address each of the areas that we're discussing. And then the final link will be just a summary of how to get in touch with us and ways that you might be able to work with us in the future. So thanks again for being on the call and the talk with us. We're looking forward to giving you more information.